checking back in with our monthly update video from Barcelona, Spain. We're talking about the month of January today.
It's been a good one.
Yeah, which was our third month living here. And, you know, as always, more happened than we thought. We're here to report our highs and lows and woes and answer some of your Q&A. All right, let's begin with the highs.
The highs of this month of January has to do with royalty. Not the royalty that you might be thinking about. Spain has royalty. The Three Kings royalty.
The originals. So we found out when we moved to Spain that apparently Epiphany, also known as Three Kings Day, is a much bigger deal here than Christmas. And we had a bunch of people tell us that we could not miss the Three Kings parade that happens here. Yeah, we were picturing like a few floats. It was a much bigger deal than we were expecting.
Every child in Barcelona lining the streets waiting for the Three Kings to arrive, which is an insane spectacle.
I have never seen so many children in my life. But it was so fun. I think it was like by far one of our favorite nights in Spain so far. Like the entire city, like the energy was just electric.
Some of the crazy floats, I mean there was one where there's like all the kids like write letters to the Three Kings, to whichever king they want to write to, telling them what they want, and so then there's this whole float with like the letters, and then there's like this one that was genius that had a whole float dedicated to like making sure the kids were ready to go to sleep. That way the kings could like bring the presents. Brilliant.
100 times bigger than we were expecting and so fun. Another super fun part of this month was finally getting to experience our very first calçotada. Basically, in Catalonia, they grow these famous calçots, which are like a cross between like a leek and a spring onion, green onion. And this is the time of year, like January, February-ish, that they are in season here in Catalonia. And everybody has these huge grill outs where they completely char these calçots until they're blackened. And then they have these multi-course feasts where you eat these calçots with your hands, dip them in romesco sauce, which is amazing.
So delicious.
And eat as many of them as you possibly can.
We drove up to Montserrat, which is this beautiful monastery, which is about 40 minutes outside of town. And then we did a 2-hour hike.
We worked up an appetite.
A great way to work up an appetite and take down some onions. We had a great crew of people to hike with and to dine with, so that was a really fun little prelude. Laura!
Hi!
Hey, I'm really happy you're back.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy to be back.
All right, so today is the day we've been looking forward to for a really long time.
So what we are doing here is we are meeting with friends to have calçots. It's cooked in like the barbecue.
Yeah.
So it gets a bit dark because of the coal.
Yeah, so it's cooked right on the coals.
Yes, on top of the coals.
Oh, brilliant.
And then it gets dark, so you have to peel it off, and then you eat it like this because they are super long.
Oh, that's awesome.
Before eating it, you have to dip it in romesco sauce.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's super good. Yes, we are so excited to get inside.
All right, let's jump in. It's time to eat.
Yes.
Vamos a comer.
Bye.
See you. Ask for, and so you just eat them until you're uncomfortable, and then they roll out a whole platter, just pile of meat, just grilled meat.
Also probably one of the times in life that I've been the most full I've ever been.
You had like the post-dinner kind of surrender lean. It was like,
I'm so full. Worth it.
Worth it. If somehow you manage to survive those other courses, just going for it, you can have a dessert, and it was delightful. Another high this month was our weekend trip to Valencia. We checked out the architecture. It's the birthplace of paella.
Gorgeous.
So we went and had some of the local flavor there and traveled around to see like a bunch of different little restaurants, walked the parks. It was just a great couple of days just to be out and back, and we got back kind of Sunday night on the train, ready to hit the new week.
One of the things we've learned being here is that Spain is comprised of so many different, like super diverse regions. That have all come together to form this country. And Valencia totally has its own culture, its own vibe, its own food. It was fun to fun to see it. Our other huge high was that we finally had our first visitor here in Spain. Our good friend Sarah from Kansas City came to see us, and she was here for about 8 days, and we were having such a good time that regrettably we got 0 video of her time here. Whoops. We'll share a few photos, but it was super fun. We had a blast showing her the city and just being able to host her here in our home. We have a guest bedroom in our little apartment here, so it was fun to get that all ready to go for her, and it was just super fun more than anything to be able to like share our favorite things about the city with somebody from home. We have about 9 more guests coming in the next 3 months, so this was also good practice.
Sarah was our visiting pioneer.
Yes.
And she was an awesome guest.
Let's see, lows. I'd say probably our biggest low this month was sweet Fiona. While we were on this beautiful vacation in Valencia, we got a call our second day there from our dog sitter, Isabella, back here in Barcelona. And she was sobbing and just in tears because Fiona had gone missing while they were at the park. She looked all over for an hour, couldn't find her. We got on the phone and immediately started posting on Facebook groups, calling the people that we knew here, trying to organize people to help look for her, calling the police, doing everything we could. And we did that for a few hours. And then finally we got another call back from Isabella about 3 hours later. And again, she was just sobbing and couldn't get anything out on the phone. And we're standing there in the middle of the street in Valencia, preparing ourselves for the worst. And miraculously, Fiona had been found. And the story was unbelievable. Apparently, Fiona had bolted. We think maybe she heard some loud music or something. And a man saw her running and went to go get her. And apparently this guy was sensitive enough that he trusted Fiona to lead him back home. And so they walked for probably about 10 minutes throughout Barcelona, and Fiona led him straight to our door. So he like pushed all the buttons and tried to get someone to let him in. But the one neighbor who I guess let him in was the neighbor who didn't know Fiona. However, Fiona apparently led him straight up to our specific door, to our floor, plopped herself in front of the door, and this man with his family, there were 4 of them, he waited by our door for 3 hours until Isabella came back to drop off Henry because he was so pooped after like looking for Fiona for 3 hours. They saw each other immediately. Everybody, I guess, was just crying, and it was this wonderful scene. But yeah, after this, after our terrible dog trauma and getting over here, after Henry nearly dying of pancreatitis, and Fiona going missing, all in 3 months, we're really ready for like a boring month of
some
dog life
no
here.
dog drama.
Yeah, no more dog drama.
He did a post afterwards and wrote that he considered this not 3 hours lost, but 3 hours gained. It was like such a generous soul, and he just gave his day to help us find her.
Yeah, amazing. Which I guess, leads to our woes. It was one of those moments for us, you know, we're just sitting there in the aftermath of it all in Valencia, just staring at each other being like, oh my gosh, we have such great people here in Barcelona already. I mean, truly, every single person we knew jumped in. Like, there were people who were going to go have a search party, people who were going to go file specific reports that we didn't know how to file in Spain. There were people who were going to go like comfort and hang with Isabella while she was looking. There were people who were going to post on Facebook. It was like everybody just, you know, on a Saturday dropped whatever they were doing and were willing to help, and it bowled us over.
It gave us a sense of place that we haven't had before here.
Yeah.
In a really specific moment. And so, yeah, we just, I think we still feel massive gratitude for that. The things we do for you guys.
Henry, he's having a good hair day. So fuzzy.
Very handsome.
On a lighter note, another woe this month. Oh my gosh. We may have found like our favorite Mexican restaurant in the world. Right around the corner from our house. Don't worry, we're eating plenty of tapas here, but like whenever expat, you know, talks about like missing their food from home and they go to like have a burger or whatever their thing is, American food is not our jam. Mexican food is, and this place is great. We now go there about like once a week, and it makes us really happy.
It really does.
And they have free chips and salsa.
What?
This is unheard of here in Spain. I mean, chips and salsa are hard to find, but nobody offers them like on the table, much less bottomless, free, and really delicious.
That means they care.
All right, a few quick Q&A questions. On Instagram, Megan says, tell us about the friends you've made, both expats and locals. We initially met a bunch of expats in our Spanish class, which, by the way, we completely lucked out with this class. Everybody is from a different country. They're all obviously about the same level as we are in Spanish, which is nice. And they're just super cool people. We really, really enjoy hanging out with them, and we now do all sorts of stuff outside of class. But yeah, I've met a few people through the blog. Various readers who are living here have been fun to connect with. And then, oh my goodness, our Catalan friends here have been so generous about like sharing their culture with us and welcoming us and introducing us to their friends. So,
cultural ambassadors.
yes.
We've also gotten a ton of questions about recommendations for what to do and see and eat and drink here. So we're going to be publishing that in the coming weeks. It's been really fun to put it together, and we're learning more every day. So stay tuned for that one. It's going to be quite a wealth of knowledge.
Yes, we promise we are keeping good track of every single place that we are visiting here, and we will share with you the ones that we really love.
And don't forget to share some with us too. If you've been here before, you live here, we're always learning.
Another question, how long we are planning to stay here in Spain? We get that one a lot, and we get asked a lot if our plans have changed since we've been living here. We're still kind of on the 2-ish year plan, give or take. I feel like maybe it might be a little longer now, but who knows?
What we do know is that we're loving it here. It's been such a fun season of life and a great way to start married life too.
Definitely. All right, I think that's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for following along on this crazy adventure with us. We promise to report back next month. And yeah, we're going to send you out with some more footage of the Three Kings Day.
Some crazy magic from Three Kings Day. Compliments of the city of Barcelona and us.
Enjoy.
See you soon.
Hasta luego.